Hello friends, this is Rupesh and you are watching CppNuts video series on array interview question series, and this is the first question of this video series, and this is going to be a very easy but important video. So let me show you this. If you have numbers like this, I remember my college days. This is your array. Now the point is you have to reverse this. And I believe if you are watching this, meaning you're a beginner, you don't know how to reverse stuff and all that. So I'll go with the very basic stuff. So these are the values and these are the indexes of the array. So you should know what are the indexes and what array basically is. Then only you will be able to understand this. So reversing meaning you should have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and your indexes should be like this. Okay, so you have to convert this array into this array and stop thinking like that. You will first have an empty array like this and you will start from the back, and then whatever you will visit you will start pushing in the beginning of this array. Okay, no, I don't want this. I want in place, meaning you have to change this array itself. I don't want any extra space and filling that space with the reverse order traversal. No, I'm not looking for that. So let's quickly see the solution. What is the best solution we can have? So if this is given array and you want to reverse it, if you look at this closely, you will find that you want to swap these two values, 1 with 7, and then you want to swap 2 with 6, and then 3 with 5, and 4 will still be there. So if you just swap these values, then 7 will come here and 1 will come here. Now you go ahead from here and from here. Then you will swap 2 and 6. So 6 will come here, 2 will come here. Similarly, you will swap 3 with 5. So 5 will come here and 3 will come here and 4 will be there because we don't have anything to swap with. Cool, right? Now this has a very good time complexity and you are changing this array itself. So this is in place array reversal. So let's quickly see the code for this. So as usual, this is your function. We have this reverse array and we'll pass this array here. And the length, what is the length of this array? And see, we have to somehow catch this first, meaning 0th index and the last index, right? And then swap them. And then you have to start from, increment 1 here and decrement this by 1 and then do the swapping. And then increment from here and decrement from here and do the swapping. Okay. And similarly, increment from here and decrement from here and do the swapping. So you just keep swapping like this, correct? How we'll do that? There is this loop which will do that for you. So first is like we have this I which is initialized with 0, so we don't have any problem with this first index. Now see, this is a little tricky one because I know you're a beginner. So to get this last one, the formula is whatever the length is minus 1, because your length is like total 7, but your index is 6. That's why we have to decrement by 1 because your indexing start with 0. Okay, so that's why you have to decrement 1 in order to get this position. Okay, so now you got it, but why we have to do minus I? Minus I will do so that dynamically when this I is getting incremented one by one, because of this minus I, this will get decremented in each and every step. Okay, so that's what this I is doing here. It will make this decrement dynamically. The moment I increments, will decrease this from the length and will start moving backwards. So that's the whole logic. See, it's very easy. STD swap. If you don't know what is STD swap, it's a function which will swap these two values. It is very handy. You don't have to write a temp is equal to AR of I array of length minus I minus 1 length. Instead of writing these 3 lines, what we can do, we can ask, dude, swap this. So this will swap it and it reduces your code a bit. So now there you go. You have reversed the array in these 3 lines. That's it. You don't have basically 2 lines if you don't need these brackets, closing bracket symbols. And please continue watching this whole series because arrays are the most, array and linked list, these are the data structure which every interviewer would expect you to know, and there are hell lot of questions with array data structure. Okay, so I am planning to push at least 50 plus array interview question in this series. So just check it out, like what you already know and what you don't know. So just go through the list and you can update yourself. So till then, bye bye, take care.